video tip, I want to talk to you about winterizing your pressure washer. As summer ends, I always take a little bit of time to winterize the pressure washer, and it's because I've learned the hard way. I'll be honest, it wasn't always this way. I used to just put my pressure washer away in the shed, and I've lost 2 of them in the last probably 6 years. So after replacing 2 $300-400 pressure washers, I decided it was time to do things right and share it with you guys. So freezing temperatures and stale gas are probably the biggest 2 killers of pressure washers. Obviously, winter temperatures, when they drop to freezing, can damage the pressure washer, potentially breaking it entirely, or just damaging, it could be damaging the pump, the pipes, the valves, all the internal components. The biggest risk of failing to winterize your pressure washer is water that is left inside the pump, and the hoses or anything else that you don't purge. So when that water turns to ice, it expands, and that expansion pressure is what causes all the problems. So what I use is I buy what's called a pump saver. It's an antifreeze solution that protects the seals and replaces the water inside the pressure washer. And it just gets rid of residual water and prevents it from freezing. Now, let's talk about gas for a minute, because stale gas long-term is another problem. Gasoline loses its combustible power 30 days or so after you pour it into the pressure washer, and that's due to exposure to oxygen. Adding fresh gas at the end of the season with fuel stabilizer will help prevent the gasoline from degrading, and it'll prolong the gas up to about 6 months. So let's just break this down into steps for winterizing the pressure washer. And for a gas model, it's going to take a few more steps than an electric model, because we have to deal with the gas, secure the fuel. So the first thing I always do is I check the oil of the engine and the oil of the pump, and I replace it if it's 10 hours or more of operation. Then what I do is I drain the gas from the tank. I drain the old gas, and I add fresh gas with fuel stabilizer. And then I run the pressure washer with that fuel stabilizer, letting it circulate through the engine, through the carburetor and all that stuff. While that's running, while that fuel stabilizer is running, I basically just flush out the pressure washer. I run clean water through it. I run clean water through the detergent tank or the hose. When that's done, I turn it off, and I completely remove the hoses, the attachments, the wand, everything, and make sure that the hose is clear of water. Then I attach my pump saver to the inlet, the water inlet on the pump, and I turn it to the on position, and I run that. I also will pull on the cord on the gas model a little bit to cycle things through. But I run that pump saver until clear liquid, the pump saver liquid, comes out 100% out of the other end of the outlet. And once that's done, you're pretty much done winterizing your gas model. For an electric washer, it's even easier. You just have to protect the pump. You don't have to deal with the fuel. So you follow those same procedures using the pump saver antifreeze in the steps that we just mentioned. Now, with the electric model, instead of maybe pulling on the cord, you do have to turn the power switch on, the lever on, and run that liquid through the pump for a quick second, just till the clear liquid comes out. If you live in a warmer climate, you still should consider using these steps. Maybe it's not winterizing, or maybe it is winterizing, I don't know. But especially, you want to do it especially if you're not going to use your pressure washer in the next 30 days. So by going through these steps, you protect the stability of your fuel, and you keep your pump seals from drying out. Maybe you're not worrying about freezing, but you do have to worry about those other things. So guys, winterizing your pressure washer, it's a great way to ensure the longevity of your equipment, but also protect your investment. Now, there are other maintenance issues not related to storing your washer that you absolutely should consider. One would be replacing the spark plug, and you want to do that on gas models every year or after 100 hours of use. You want to change the engine oil, I already said this, or the pump oil after 10 hours of use, or if it's been sitting for a long time. You want to check, clean, and replace the air filter. You can clean it with detergent and water, or you can just get a new one. They're pretty cheap to replace. Guys, if you enjoyed this video tip, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and hit that notification bell right there. I'm Rob Robillard. We'll see you at the next video tip. And don't forget to follow Concord Carpenter on Instagram. Take care.